Fuck, why don't I need an intro? I don't have an intro. And today, greetings and salutations! Welcome to Baking with Sarah. I am, of course, Sarah. And what we're going to be doing today, a little bit different. Not really a tutorial, more of a we'll see if I pull this off kind of thing. I'll give you a hint what we're doing actually. That's right. We're making an up cake! Yay! So if you're not familiar with the movie Up, you're missing out. Go watch it. Something's wrong with you. We're going to be making the house from Up. Daring act, if I must say. I don't know if I can pull it off, but it's my sister's birthday and I'm making the cake. We will see if I can do it. I'm not gonna do it 3D because what am I, fucking Martha Stewart? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make it lying down and hope for the best. Let's get started. First things first, what we're gonna do is make the cake with a pho, right? And I'm gonna be using the box stuff because A, I'm a cheap son of a bitch, and B, I'm a lazy son of a bitch. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you because I'm pretty sure you know how to follow directions on the back of the cake box. Okay? So this house has a lot of portions to it. So I should tell you why I'm making the house in the first place. Sarah, why did you choose Up? Well, I'm happy you asked, Sarah. Well, I chose Up because, sorry, I can't read and bake at the same time. Well, I mean, it's Disney. Well, Disney and or Pixar. I'm so fucking awkward today. It's unbelievable. So I chose the house Up because, well, when we were little, we used to watch Disney all the time. That's the only time we didn't punch each other in the face was when Disney was on. She's also an architect, so naturally, she should like houses. That's why I'm doing this little project. So I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. Mix oil, water, and eggs. These 3 eggs. Then 2, 3, then a cup of water, half a cup of vegetable oil, all the finest ingredients. Honestly, I cannot stress enough, if you haven't seen the movie Up, you need to go see it because it's a tearjerker. It's a coming of age story that ends happily, as all Disney movies do. So next you're gonna whip all the ingredients together. It's a terrifying sight. And don't forget to scrape the bowl occasionally, otherwise you're gonna get lumps. Nobody wants those lovely, lovely lady lumps. Share a damn towel when you need one. So as I stated, there is a butt ton of pieces to this house. So although I'm not making it standing up, I'm not just gonna make it like a, what are those called? Slate cakes? I don't know, I'm not professional. So I'm just gonna make it kind of pop up. We'll see how that goes. So the first part is gonna be the actual back portion. This is why I got so many damn cakes, because this didn't even fill half of the damn fucking cavity pan. Interesting. Mix it. You know, while I'm mixing this, I might as well take this opportunity to tell you about the first time I fell in love and what a crazy up and down roller coaster that was. Am I right? Yeah. So I mean, it started anyways, and that's how I ended up in jail for 48 hours. So once you're done that, you're gonna go ahead and throw it on top of that. I think 2 will be enough. I'm hoping so, because it's gotta be pretty high. Ah, shit. There's still crumblies. Scoop around that. Crumblies? So that should be good for that. I didn't really think this through. This looks a lot harder than I thought. So I'm gonna throw that in. That should be 30 minutes. All right. While we're doing that, I'm gonna throw in. I'm excited about this cake pan that I just got. It's squares. I didn't even know these existed. But yeah, I was actually thinking about making my boyfriend a Minecraft cake for his birthday, and that would be pretty damn handy. Also, I'm probably not going to make that. Martin. So let's see here. I wonder if I have a loaf pan that I can do that for. Either way, I'm probably going to do that for the roof. Now we wait. So we finished the 2 other pans, these guys here. So that part is going to be the actual, that part's going to be the actual house. Now, next part is the balloons. The best part, actually. What's going to happen is I've actually never used one of these before, but they look pretty cool. They look like spider eyes. And what I'm gonna do is fill it with cake mix. Hopefully I don't overflow them, because I do that sometimes. And that's gonna be the balloons of the house, because otherwise it would just be a house. And then no one would care. So first things first, we're gonna spray the pan so that nothing sticks naturally. Then this is going to be a trial and error basis, because I'm not sure how much to put in there. Like, is that too much? I don't know. So let's try a couple lesser ones, and hopefully they turn into spheres, not just flat on top. But if that's the case, we'll just face them down. And at this point, I've gone through 3 boxes of cake mix and 12 eggs. Also changed up the cake because I may need my other box still. So the balloons are gonna be cherry flavored. I think we're gonna have a lot of balloons because I still have half this mix left. So that's good. All right, what I'm just gonna do is wipe off some of the excess so that it doesn't become part of the balloon. There. And then you're gonna put it in the oven at 350 like you did for the other cake. And I lost the dishcloth again. Next, I got this thing, and I'm gonna try to get the cake out. I can't see a damn thing. So these are the cakes, and thank God for all my super duper hand-spraying because it doesn't stick at all. Is that hot still? It's a little hot still. Ta-da! Flip it over somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna flip that over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fuck. Fuck. Ah! There. Now we're gonna let that cool. We do the same thing for this guy. Ow! Now, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to wait until this cools to do this, but ain't nobody got time for that. I'd rather just burn myself a couple times. There. And actually, this is why. Can you see this here? That's why right there you're supposed to wait. But we don't talk about that because it's gonna get cut up anyways. There. And just as I thought, I may have overfilled them, but we'll let them do their thing and come back to that later. When they're done, you should have something that looks like this. Look how cute they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of the batter and let these cool and do it all over again. So what I learned from the first batch is you definitely wanna make sure that they're cool before you pull them out. Which can be said for any form of baking really. But otherwise it's gonna stick to the pan and those are just shitty balloons. All right, now this is, shit. All right, this is where the hard part comes in. Now I have to make this turn into this. So what I'm starting with here is I'm making this part, if you can see that, this part here, because it's gonna protrude from the cake. And let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna take the top off so that it doesn't have this gross divot in it. And you get this, I looked this up, you get this from your oven being not calibrated properly or what else? I don't know, a bunch of stuff. Look it up, there's a lot of reasons. Oh shit, I forgot about doing this on the table. So start with cutting the ends off. You can always take more off, but you can't put it back on, so you gotta do little by little. How are we gonna do this? Alright, so we got the roof. That's about there. It's not gonna be perfect because there's just no way it will be. Also, don't do this. Don't cut towards your hand. I'm just an idiot and I will do it regardless, but don't do that at home. Uh-oh. The fact that my cake sunk may fuck this up. Yep. Definitely is gonna. Scheiße. This is why you don't want your cake to sink, because now you got a big divot in it. We'll fuck with that later. Put there. That's the best I can do. I'm not doing any more than that. I think that's about it. Now this cake is a pain in my ass because it's already torn. Uh-oh. Fuck! Ah! There. Because there's just so much of it. Maybe I can cut it there. Get that top part off. Very difficult angle. Fortunately, my knife is just not quite long enough. Shit. Now that all the cake balls are out of the oven, cake pops, whatever you want to call them, it's a lot of balls, you're gonna put them in the fridge for a bit just to get them, hard. And yeah, we'll put those off to the side for later. So now what I'm gonna do is put it on this silver thing, and I don't know if you can see, I put down some wax paper because apparently getting crumbs and all that jazz, icing, it doesn't look good. So we did that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the house down. Base of the house. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you have like a pastry brush, this isn't a pastry brush, but I heard that you can like get all the crumbs off that way. What you're gonna do is you're gonna frost it with just a base on it so that you don't get crumbs all in your icing. I apologize for the inopportune angle, but I only have so much room here. I'm gonna take my icing. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of it in the middle there. I actually think I might not have enough icing for this whole cake. And then you're just gonna spread it on out. Hi! Again, this isn't gonna be what the cake looks like. This is just the base so you don't get crumbs everywhere, because my cakes are always crumbly. Point proven. I don't want to make this anymore. Apparently this one spot's a son of a bitch. It's gonna be the ugliest fucking cake. Well, as you notice, it is now dark out. 6 hours later. Granted, with some breaks in there. We have this, whatever this is.